Hello students, how are you? I hope all of you are well by the grace of Almighty Creator and staying at home. I think all of you are passing your time properly using your textbook, reading your textbook, and at the same time practicing different type of verses, and through practicing that type of verses, I think all of you are now enjoying the power of education. Students, in the meantime, I think you have heard good news. The news is our government is trying to open the institutions, and through opening the institutions, I hope you will be able to read back our institutions, and by coming the institutions you will able to enjoy our class directly. Students, I always told you about education and staying at home. I think all of you are trying to stay in the path of truth. That means path of truth is very difficult, and if any person is able to stay in the path of truth, his or her mental, physical and spiritual ability must be increased. But it is very difficult to stay in the path of education, because path of education, path of truth is very tough, because while you say something, you should be cautious about your saying or your speech will be truth. If you think something, you should always consider your thinking should be truth. And if you want to do something, you should always think that your doing or your activity is truth. So, in this way, your speech, your thinking and your activities, when all are in truth, then you also are in truth. That means you stays in the path of truth. Students, last class I told or discussed about articles, and I think all of you know about articles because it's a very easy item, and you are using these items from class 3. So it's a very easy items, but many of you may not know how articles put. Last class I told you articles puts depending on a noun. So, but not all kinds of noun. You know, my previous classes I taught you about the classifications of noun. Today I also teach you the classifications of noun, and knowing the classifications of noun, how articles put, I will try to discuss the matter. You know, noun, among noun, common noun is a big place. Understand? proper noun, common noun, material noun, abstract noun, and I classified the noun in my last classes. Today I told the classification in brief, and through the classifications I will try to discuss you about the application of articles. Thinking that, students, okay students, look at the blackboard. Here proper noun is the top position, but regarding articles, you should remember that articles, that means definite article, indefinite articles is a and an. I discussed in my previous class, and definite article is the. But the general rule is that before a proper noun, no articles put. This is the remarkable point. The basic rule is that before a proper noun, no articles put. But when you practice, you find that before a lot of proper nouns, articles they may put. So what should you do? You should remember that before a proper noun, no articles put. This is the remarkable point. And the second point is there are some specific proper noun, and before that specific proper noun, article the may put. So you should memorize that proper noun. Do you know what is proper noun? Proper noun is a naming word. I discussed in my last class. Proper noun is a naming word, and the name may be a person, name may be a place, may be a thing, etc. Understand, students? So when you will call a person a specific name, when you call or know a place by a specific name, when you know or call a thing by using a specific name, then that type of noun is called proper noun. Suppose if your name is Rina. Rina is a proper noun. Understand, student? Here Rina is a proper noun. But before Rina, you never use a and the, because Rina is a proper noun, and you know that the general rule is that before proper noun, no articles put. For that reason, before your name, if your name is Rina, before your name, no articles put. So, it's a general rule. But, if you open your guidebook or any grammar book, then you will find that there are a lot of noun, proper noun, before which article the may put. So you should memorize that proper noun. And I think in the meantime you may recall some proper noun. You know, before the river's name, suppose the river is a common noun, but when you know or call a specific name of a river, suppose Rupsha river, Padda river, then before Rupsha, before Padda, the article must put. So here is the difference between general rule and specific rule. The general rule is that before any proper noun, no article puts. But some specific nouns, suppose the name of a river, the name of newspaper, suppose the news, the independence, etc. The independence is also a proper noun and the name of a newspaper. So, before newspaper, the name of newspaper, article the puts. In this way, you should remember that before hills, big hills, articles may put name of a big hills, suppose the group of hills, suppose the Himalayas. Understand? The name of island, the group of island, then articles put, and the specific article, not an, the specific article the may put. So students, what you have learned from my discussion? From my discussion, I think all of you have learned that before proper noun, no general rule is no article put. But some specific proper noun, and you should remember, you should memorize that proper noun from your guidebook, and before that specific proper noun, only article the may put. So this is the discussion of proper noun regarding articles a and the. The second one, now the interesting point is common noun. Do you know what is common noun? Common noun is a big place. That means you know the name of a person or a thing or a place generally. That means general name. In a word, we can say that general name is common noun, and through that general name you know the general name of a person, general name of living being or anything. Suppose I told you Rina. If your name is Rina, Rina is a proper noun, but Rina belongs to a group, a big group, and the group is maybe student, woman, etc. Think that Rina is a proper noun, but student, through student we also know a name, but through student we don't know the specific person of Rina. We may also call girl. Think that here through girl we know a general group. We know a general group because Rina is a girl, Rina is also a student, Rina is also a woman. So here girl, woman, student, etc. are called common noun. That means I told you it's a big place. Understand, students? It's a big place and big group, general group. This big group, general group is called article. Now you might think that by knowing this common noun, what fruit may come regarding articles? There is a question. The question may arise, but the answer is that there is a great relations between articles and common noun, because common noun generally takes an article. That means without articles you may say that without articles no common noun puts in a word. Suppose if the common noun is student, you must use a student. Or if the student is specific, then you may use the student. That means definite and indefinite. If the student is indefinite, then you must use a. But if the student is definite, specific, fixed, then you must use the. So here lies the complexity, because common noun, before common noun you must, the general rule is before common noun you must use articles, but you should think that before putting article you must recognize, you must select that the common noun is either the common noun specific or either the common noun unspecific, either the common noun definite, either the common noun undefinite. Student, you should at first identify this thing. At first you should identify either the noun is common noun. If the noun is common noun, then you may think that a article must put. Then you should think that if the article is definite, then you must use the. But if you select that, if you identify that the noun is indefinite, unspecific, not fixed, then you should use a or an. If the beginning word is consonant, then you should use a. If the beginning word is vowel, then you should use an. In this way, you should read, you should select definite articles or indefinite articles. Students, try to realize these two items. First, proper noun, and second, common noun. And in the meantime, you have learned, I think, what I am trying to teach you. If the noun is proper noun, you should remember no articles put, but some specific proper noun before those article the put, and you should memorize that articles, that proper noun from your guidebook or grammar book. And the second noun, common noun, my point is, before a common noun, an article must put. That means, before a common noun, you must use an articles, and if the noun is definite, then you must use the, and if the noun is indefinite, you must use indefinite article a or an regarding the beginning of the letter, and if the letter is consonant, you must use a, and if the letter is vowel, beginning letter is vowel, you should use an. Next class, I will teach you about collective noun, material noun, and abstract noun, and the relations with a and the. Okay, students, I ask you to attend my next class to learn those things. Okay, students, thank you very much.